Hello, everybody, and welcome to
Harvest Moon, Tree of Tranquility.
a game made by Marvelous Entertainment, also Natsume Incorporated. I used to really love this company, and despite the fact that I love horror anything, which is scary stuff or anything like that, hopefully I don't mispronounce it a few times and pronounce it as something else. But I like scary stuff, but I also like the cute farming, all that stuff and whatever. Um,
Harvest Moon, Tree of
but
Tranquility.
they end up doing a lot of really weird decisions later down the line after this series particularly that in my opinion kind of went off the rails. I kind of hope they never remake this game just so that the you know image of in my mind is still retained of this game being untouched. Because as they're doing it right now, I've really been hating their remakes and I really hate their new games, so yeah. In my opinion, play this game, play Animal Parade, which is the spiritual successor, spiritual sequel, and the originals before that, which are Harvest Moon DS Cute, Harvest Moon DS. My favorite game is on the handheld systems that they've made is Grand Bazaar. And then there's, of course, Island of Happiness, I think it's called, and there's Sunshine Island. And then before that, it's Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo, and then there's Harvest Moon 1, 2, and 3 for the GameCube, which was the first ever Harvest Moon, if you're curious. But anyway, by the way, why are you heading to the island anyway? Wonderful ranch brochure. Wonderful life on a wonderful waffle island awaits you. Come and experience a true rancher's paradise. In my opinion, if you can't play the originals, other than these two games that I'm talking about that are probably the most recent that are really good, of Animal Parade and Tree of Tranquility, then just play Stardew Valley. Just play Stardew Valley. You'd be wasting your time if you bought any of the newer ones that they've made. Ah, so you've seen the brochure. Excellent. So, you're all ready to become a legendary rancher, right? Well, you'll definitely get your chance soon enough. I hope so. Hopefully this isn't all one pyramid scheme to lure in ranchers. Alright then. Tell me, what was your name again? That's my name again. Blink 182. It's a name. There's a lot of default options you have, like Carla, Janet, Lisa, Leela, Aunt, Amy. That kind of looks like Annie. Angela. The real name for this character is Angela, but we're going to be changing that. Just for the channel name, this makes things a little bit easier, and I guess a little bit more personalized, especially if we continue this game and if it gets picked again in the random selection thing. As I've said before, I like the idea of, continuing where we left off on the random game thing. And unless it's a series that we're currently doing, and then I don't want that. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pick any of these as well. Just showing that these are here. It's weird add-ons, but they're always in. Oh yes, of course it's Destiny. I don't have amnesia. Waffle Island is a great island. You won't find many better. It's quite impressive that you're venturing out to become a rancher like this. All by yourself, young and ambitious. It's impressive indeed. So, when's your birthday? Which season were you born in? Technically, I was born in late winter, but their version of late winter is like the 25th, and that's not the correct day of the last month of winter, so I usually like going early spring. That's more accurate, considering the fact that, at least where I'm from, winter's already over. By the fact that, as soon as February's over, winter's pretty much over. Spring, huh? It's when the land blossoms with life. Lovely. Oh, we're at it, if you don't mind me asking. What's your favorite food? Not creepy at all. Generally speaking, what is your favorite kind of food? So generally, there's 3 options here. Except I prefer the Animal Parade version of this question, because there isn't a version of this question on Animal Parade. And from experience of playing games in the series, specifically Animal Parade and, you know, this game, of course, I've come to realize that vegetables... By the way, included in this is also fruit, so that's also included. All this determines is how much stamina you get per item you consume. And this also includes recipes or anything like that. So, vegetable recipes, dairy and egg and cheese, any kind of ranching thing that's available, recipes like that, and fish, and all the recipes involving fish. Now, here's the thing. Vegetables are going to be growing. And when they grow fully, you expect to have a profit off of them. You aren't going to be eating them. I can almost guarantee you that. You're not going to be eating them. You're either going to be processing them to sell, or you're going to be, you know, doing other things with the vegetables. Like, making them into recipes just to sell, because you can do that. And also just selling them in general, just to make money. Because money is very important in these games, especially in the whole farming shtick. Now, ranching goods, you would want to sell everything anyway, because ranching makes almost no money in this game and in Animal Parade. You can make some good money, but you can only make good money if you only save up and sell all of your stuff that you ever get as a rancher, to even come close to being on par with a regular farmer. And fish is the only smart conclusion, because fish is something you can do all the time, at any time of the day, and you can get an instant reward from it, from fishing a fish. So, because of that, there's no time to wait for your animals to get ready to harvest. There's no time to wait for your vegetables to get ready to harvest. You don't have to worry about profit, because fish doesn't really give you any profit. Fish is just something that's really meant for stamina, and I honestly think that that's the only choice that can really be beneficial to you early, mid, and late game. Because all you would need to do is go fish, and then you've got 2 times the energy, and fish gives a lot of energy. That's so. Well, you'll be glad to know that all the food in the island is excellent. Ah, yes, there it is, ahead in the distance there. Such a pleasant and quiet island, a tranquil paradise, if you will. And then the toilet bowl storm comes. Rather, it was pleasant and quiet before those dang storms and Zeus decided to take a dump. It's beginning to be quite a storm! Zeus just keeps flushing up there. Let's get inside. It's gonna be pretty rough out here soon. Hey, are you alright? You don't look so... What a storm, it knocked her right out! Quickly, let's prepare a room at the inn. Now that's a little bit suspicious. The screen just goes black, you don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden you suddenly pass out? Ah yes, the character that everyone would be familiar with if they played a single Harvest Moon game ever. Not sure I want to spoil it, but this character is in every single game. Like, literally every single game. And... this is like a hidden story mission type deal character. That's in every single game. And depending on which game you're playing, the personality of this character could be either really mean or really nice. It can really change your opinion quick of all the other characters. What to say of the story so far? As you can see here, I've recorded this probably 4 times, but this one's the one. Alright. There are a lot of differences between this one and Animal Parade. Should we get Animal Parade on the wheel, you will notice right away. This technically, just saying right away, if we get Animal Parade on the thing, because it's technically a spiritual sequel, that does not matter. And the reason why is because the story technically does not tie in with this one in any shape or form. That's why I say spiritual sequel every time I see it. Because while it technically is a sequel, it has all of the characters from this one in a different town, except adding like 5. The story is different, and all of the characters are the same, except for those 5. So yeah. It's basically a spiritual sequel in that aspect of it. I don't consider it a actual sequel for the most part, because it's just... Oh my, are you sure you're well enough to be walking around already? Now this conversation doesn't make much sense. Looks like you don't do much sea travel, do you? You got knocked out cold. Yeah, the sailor freaking hit me upside the head with a bat. Alright, you're probably a bit confused. You're at the Sunday Inn on Waffle Island. The mayor and some others brought you here yesterday, after you were hit by against the head by a bat. I'm Colleen, I'm the innkeeper here. And I'm Yolanda, the head chef. Pleased to meet you. Ignore the vampire. Hey, you're awake. Glad to see you're up and about. Sounded like you were having a nightmare last night. Don't mind me, I was just watching you. Are you alright? An angelic lady with long hair. Well, I know I'm beautiful now. You're sweet to flatter an old woman like me. This does not make sense. Now, mother. She could have just as easily been talking about Colleen, who has a bob. Oh, honey. I totally have long hair. Oh, by the way, I'm Jake. I own this inn. My IQ is also 10. Mayor Hamilton requested to see you once you were on your feet again. He's excited there's a new resident who wants to be a rancher. Bring in some of that good old money. Hey, you just faded into existence. Good afternoon. You're just beginning. Take it slow and learn at your own pace. And there goes my controller again. For some reason, my controller has this habit. I'm not sure if anyone else has had this problem, but when you get a controller for like... and you plug it into your remote, it suddenly will start really being weird and it'll just go off on its own tangent. Good afternoon. You're young, but you seem like you've got a good head on your shoulders. Good afternoon. Early to bed and early rise makes a rancher happy, and wise. Alright. A Waffle Town. Game certainly does make people hungry. Good morning! I'm glad to see you're doing well. I'm Hamilton, the mayor of Waffletown. Nice to meet you. My, what a nice morning it is. Anyway, without further ado, welcome to Waffle Island! You have to look long and hard to find a nicer island based on the Monopoly board. Cozy and peaceful atmosphere is quite nice, isn't it? Now, would you like a tour of Waffletown? Accept the offer? Hamilton, you rock! Yes, please. Leave me alone. Hamilton, you rock! Why, thank you. Alright, now then. Right now you're in Waffletown. It's a one-of-a-kind, and not just because it's the only town on the island. Do you know much about Waffletown? Not much. Huh? Of course. Huh? First of all, as you may have now already guessed, this is the Sunday Inn! There's a nice view of the town square and town hall from the second level. Up the hill, you'll find the church. That's my house! As you can see, I use text dollars very effectively. And right next to it is Yolanda's house, much smaller. The general store is over here. And right next door is Meringue Clinic. You can get salmonella and get treated for it. This house is empty for the time being. There's a lighthouse on the cape over there. Lastly, here's the harbor and accompanying bait shop. On the hook! That's our town in a nutshell. I'll give you a map of the island. You can view it at any time by pressing plus. Okay, why don't you go and greet your new neighbors when you're done meeting them? Come and see me. Now you can open up menus, blah 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 blah. Basically, you have a ring menu. You have a help menu, which is actually helpful. This will give you all of the goodies and the information that you need to use anything. Animal Parade and Tree of Tranquility are actually very good for the nunchuck. So you can basically play it on the nunchuck or the classic controller, it doesn't matter. It's very effective regardless, and good for a good time as well. You cannot play with it by itself, but like the Wiimote on its own, but still a good experience. Unlike a lot of other ones. So we have a rucksack here, which if we wanted to pick things out individually and switch them around for organizational purposes, you have your time right there, your money, and what time of the year it is. We have story items, which we have none. Income, which currently we have nothing. But the thing that I appreciate about this particular game, and Animal Parade, is that you can view your last year and 2 years ago. Your total income for that year. You can view a lot of stuff and whoops. And status. This is your ranch name, how many animals you have, what type they are, how many you have, how much fodder you have, feed, material, stone, and lumber. Your money's up on the top right corner. Your status of your condition, your health. And your birth date and yourself. Your total skill level and anything you have, which that increases and it makes it to where you take less damage to your stamina the more you use it. Which, in this game, it's pretty brutal. You can get really tired to the point of exhaustion very quickly, but there's a fix for that, which we will be getting into, hopefully for the gameplay. Then we have friendship. Because we did everything perfectly for the Hamilton questions, we automatically got a heart. You can also stalk people. You want to track Pascal. No. You can do this if you want to stalk a particular bachelor or bachelorette. It's kind of creepy. This is also a feature in Animal Parade. You also can see your friendship with your livestock and your pets and your animals. You can actually have pets in this game of wild animals that you've befriended. There's a sign. Moonfish. This actually does nothing. Nothing at all! Waffle Square area. I hope to get some gameplay in at least. I did record this earlier. Waffle Square. At like 10 o'clock, but I had an interruption, so I had to stop early. I thought about uploading it because it was a 20-minute episode, and I did close it off because I was concerned that the interruption would cancel it, and I really wanted something. Also, this is our first wild animal. I don't know what you are, but you kind of look like a weird... Oh, it's a dog. You can talk to them and give them stuff, and eventually you'll be able to have pets. So, basically... I've forgotten what I said. Oh, right. So I was going to upload that, but then I was like, you know what, it doesn't actually show any actual gameplay and all that, so we're going to actually try to speed through this as fast as possible to get to the actual gameplay aspect of it, because right now we're in the tutorial section. Gil! I've never seen you before. Who are you? Shing! Sparkle, sparkle. Oh, my father told me about you. I'm Gil, the mayor's one and only son. You come here after seeing the brochure my father designed. Did you come here after seeing the brochure Mayor Hamilton made? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, I was tricked! Really? I never thought that thing would fool anybody. This island's nothing like that phony brochure. It's practically a ghost town. But to me, it's got a lot of potential. I'm hoping to turn this island into one that people see that brochure someday. So I hope you help me to develop this island into a place that really is that wonderful. Hi. You'd better not start complaining right away. Work hard. As you can expect, he's a bachelor for the female end of it. Any guy that has the sparkle sparkle, or any girl if you're playing as a guy, will have the sparkle sparkle so that you're indicated of that. Though a lot of the time it's a little hard to decipher sometimes. Especially with one particular character that we haven't gotten to see yet. Hi, welcome to the town hall. Ignore the fact that I've been reincarnated 500 times in all the game. In the first game, I was a drunk. We're here to help you however possible. We must provide tourist information. How can I help you? Oh, you're the new resident. Forgive me for forgetting. I'm Ellie. Nice to meet you. Hello? The bar will be closed for a while. Can you make a community announcement? Hey! I've never seen you before. Are you new around here? For some reason, I've forgotten to do a southern accent. Well then. I'm Kathy. The bar opens at night on the Sunday Inn. Come on by and check it out when we're open. Again, see ya. I'm sorry that most of your dialogue was a train wreck for the first few lines. Well, Destiny. I'll confuse you if I tell you all the details now, so please take your time and sightseeing after you get settled in. You can see some hints of other characters. Greetings, kind and courteous neighbors make for a happy town. You can see some characters that will be showing up later. You can go up here, but there's not really much to see. It's mainly just pictures of the mayor, books. You can read them if you want, but for right now we're going to try to hurry up and get some actual gameplay in this video. Because we're still getting tutorial disease here. I do think that the tutorial for this game and the introduction to all the characters is pretty long, but it's actually shorter than Animal Parade. This is a bulletin. Same thing is on Animal Parade. It's actually kind of useless information, in my opinion. The bulletin is like you can play the entire game without really knowing it. So, yeah. Alrighty. General store. Oh my, I mean welcome. Pardon the surprised look, we haven't had many customers lately. Well, please feel free to take a look around. There isn't much nowadays. Hey, don't scare away our only customer! I apologize for my husband's gloomy attitude. We actually have a lot of handy things for sale. It's true that we usually have more, but I'm sure you can find something useful here. Ah, so you just got here, I see. You must be very busy. I'm Barbara. That's my husband, Simon. I have a daughter, but she missed the ship home. It'll be a while until she comes back. Well, make sure to tell her to beware of sailors hit people with bats. Told her not to travel by herself, but you know how kids can be. Oh, I'm worried too much. I hope everything's okay. But moving right along, since you came all this way, take this with you. Might come in handy. Got the Island Guide, Volume 1. That's a quick guidebook to Waffle Island. Hello. Isn't it exciting to start a new life? Good afternoon. It's hard to learn so many things at one time, so take your time. So, one thing I'd like to mention, the designs for the houses in Tree of Tranquility are a lot better than that of Animal Parade, in my opinion. And you can actually see where people work. In Animal Parade, it's kind of... The houses are really big, but they're not really full of anything. They're just, like, full of nothing. But in here, you can actually pretty much see how these people live. Which is nice. In my opinion, clutter is a good thing. In video games, just have little side things like here, even if you can't touch them. It's nice to just know that there's people here that live here. Rather than, oh, everyone just moved at the same time as you, because nothing's even here. Alright, let's get Salmonella. Waited for it long enough. Oh my, I've never seen you before. Are you the one that just moved in? Dr. Jean was talking about you. Are you alright now? I see, so you're out greeting everyone. How polite. I like that. Kids nowadays don't even know how to say hi. I'm Irene. I work here at the Meringue Clinic. The doctor on duty here is Jean. He just went off to get some medicinal materials. It's been hard finding good materials around here these days. It's a shame. Oh, don't mind my rambling. If you ever get some herbs or potato roots, please ship them as soon as possible. Be seeing you. You can actually see where people are treated. There's also up and upstairs, which is nice. Most of the areas in Animal Parade are just one room, or a room and a half. Hello, how are you? You're looking much better. I examined you when you were brought to the inn. I'm glad to see you're doing alright now. I'm Dr. Jean. Be sure to visit our clinic whenever you aren't feeling well. However, if you have lived a healthy life, you won't be needing to see us much. As expected. And there's a haunted house we can't do anything about. It's Yolanda's house, we don't really need to go there. Or the mayor's, really. I think that's pretty much everybody except On the Hook and the guy that beat us over the head with a bat. Just joking around, he probably didn't, but still, it's fun to make theories. Hey, you're the one who got knocked out on the boat, right? Are you doing some sightseeing before you leave? Oh, you're moving here. Great. Welcome aboard. This is On the Hook. We catch and sell fish here. Fishing is great. Life without fishing is no life worth living. Right? Don't you think so? Life without fishing isn't worth living. It's not true. Which I'm gonna say that because honestly, you know, that's not true, but it's gonna make you upset, isn't it? What? No way! Life without fishing is like bread without butter! I'll give you this. Read it carefully. It'll open you up to the wide world of fishing. Once you moved into your house, it'll send it to your bookshelf. Thank you.
Great.
We're getting fishing. With this, fishing will be no problem. Some characters you have to wait to unlock. So if there looks like there's should be more characters than there are, it's because we haven't unlocked them yet. Once you get a house, you'll be able to do as you please. Be patient until then. Alright, that's On the Hook. Got another pop-up. No, that's a cat. cute, it's a cat. Okay, this is awkward. Hey, I'm glad you're okay. Me, I'm not feeling so well. I can't do any staling. Oh, you remember my name, right? I'm Pascal. I work on the hook. I work it on the hook, and I'm a captain of the boat. Won't be going on the seat for a while it's like this, though. Hope it calms down soon out there. If you could view in first person, though, the thing looks very calm out there. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Alright. So, I think that's everybody. So we can talk to Mayor Hamilton now. You met everybody? That's great! Well, well. How does Waffletown suit you so far? I believe you can actually say... I thought you could say no, but I guess not. I like it here, or it already feels like home, or it's kinda okay. Yeah, I like it here. Why not? Well, you should already probably go rest at the inn. Thanks for coming to this island! Do you want to save the story so far? I mean, if I don't and the power goes out, I'd be out of bananas. Alright. That, and we're not gonna actually have a farm for a little while. So any saves you get are well worth it if you want to take a break and go off and do something and turn off your Wii. Alright. Hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 hop. You have anything new to say? Good morning. Okay, you say the same stuff. Leaving now. Do-do. Good morning. Lovely day today, isn't it? Oh, I can't recall if I've given you my name yet, have I? What's the mayor's name? Hilton, Hamilton, Sheraton. I want to call him Hilton, but going with Hamilton. Exactly! Forgot to ask you something important yesterday. What do you think of Waffle Island? Do you think you'll stay? You can either say yes or no. And of course, we're gonna go with yes, otherwise we can't play the game. Hooray, that's the spirit. I'm as pleased as punch. Still got more to show you. Follow me. I think my game cut out. Well, I was hoping to get some gameplay in, but since we're kind of... Which I've been having issues with the CD glitching occasionally lately. Happened again when I was recording the last episode. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and save this as one episode since we've got like 30 minutes in. Let me know what you guys think of the game, and thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, I hope to get some gameplay in on the next time it shows up on the wheel. General farming stuff, like every other game, but I'll be seeing you guys in the next one, which is going to be Twilight Princess. Gonna take a break and get a bite to eat, and then we'll be seeing you there.